Hey everyone, just a quick one to let you know what's coming up on Then and Now. Written, recorded, and in the final stages of editing is Karl Marx, A Complete Guide to Capitalism. I'm really happy with it. I think it's going to be the best introduction to Marx you can find absolutely anywhere on the planet. Bold claim, I know, but it's a video, you can watch it. It's not a 10-minute crap video that doesn't really dive into anything important. It's long enough to really start to understand the concepts, but easy enough to understand them too. And you will come away from it understanding some of those more difficult ideas. So that will be out very soon. And then I'm just recording now an absolute beast of a video on how capitalism conquered the world. It's my longest video by far. In fact, I just printed it out. Awful waste of paper. It was 52 pages long and it's not even finished yet. It's about a quarter of the length of a book. So it's going to be around 3-4 hours long at least. But again, it's a real long history deep dive into where capitalism came from, how it developed, what the important things are about it. There's nothing else like it. I cannot wait to get it out. It's going to be an absolute marathon to film. I'm exhausted already. But it goes from feudalism. We really try and understand the mind of a feudal peasant, a feudal lord, to new worlds, to spices and sugar and the slave trade, to Protestantism, to the scientific revolution, to Italian city-states, to the Dutch Republic, to England, eventually to America, all the way up to the First World War. I look at the Industrial Revolution, I look at steam engines, I look at so much that I can't even turn the pages. We try and define capitalism, think about what it is, we try and be balanced, think about what the good things are about it, and the bad things, the criticisms. We ask why and how it emerged in England, and looking at the enclosure movement where they fenced in the fields. And I try and take stuff that sounds quite boring, try and make it really interesting, and try and focus on why it matters so much today. We really need to understand this, because this is the water that we swim in. We need to understand what we're doing so that we can manipulate the water better, so that we can work out how to jump out, when we should jump out, what we should maintain. It's a chapter called The Iron Boot and the Dispossessed at the moment, which looks at the very dark side of capitalism, the slums, the Victorian factories, the child labour. We move on to globalisation, look at empire, imperialism, we go to India, and then we eventually look at the robber barons, Rockefeller, Jay Gould, Vanderbilt, Morgan, across in America, through to monopolies, through to crashes, financial crashes, 1873, 1890s, 1929, and also whether all of this built up to the catastrophic First World War. I've been deep in all of this for about a year. I've read so much. It's loosely based around the central sources, or Eric Hobsbawm's Age of series, Age of Revolution, Age of Capital and Age of Empire, that spans the long 19th century, but lots of other sources too, looking at questions about why and how the Industrial Revolution happened in the way it did. What is capitalism, taking a longer view, looking at agricultural revolutions before it. Anyway, thought I'd let you know. If you want more updates like this about what's going on, what I'm reading, if you want to see the reading lists, if you want to see bonus videos and courses, if you want to see the videos ad-free and early, you can do so over on Patreon. Patreon supporters help finance all of this, keep all of this alive. It's just me sat here in my kitchen with this little studio that I set up and record after doing all this reading and writing. So, you know, a tiny amount of Patreon support, just $1 a month, gets you access to all of these things and helps support long form, deep, analytical, honest, well-researched content. I'll leave a link below, and I'll see you very, very soon, even sooner if you're on Patreon, in the Marx video.